This is Group 20's final exam proposal for how to make almost anything. This project will be done by Jesper Terkelsen and Alan Nielsen. So our idea is to make a chess playing machine that utilize but current machines currently use an arm, classical robot arm, to move the pieces around. Whereas our machine's basic idea is to use the mechanism from a 3D printer. So it will get the actual decision making will still be done on the human's part, since we think that the decision making will be outside the scope of this course. So the machine will take in an input from the human, start and destination, use the concepts of the 3 axes from the 3D printer to move the grabber around, and the grabber will have these 3 fingers which will grab around the piece. So for example, if the human says move from 2-8 to A4, the mover, it'll move the grabber first to A4, which is the destination. It will check if there's a piece there, which will then be kicked out of the game, since it will be killed, right? It will grab the piece and move it outside of the board. Then it will move to the start, which is A2, and it will place it where to A4. So yeah, this makes sure that the piece is outside of the game, so there's no collision of pieces. And then the other human can take their turn with the same machine and do their move. For technical details, we're thinking of using 3-stepper motors, as a 3D printer also uses. Then we thought about using Hall or read switches to determine the stop points in each of the axes, also similar to how 3D printers knows when to stop. And these Hall switches are some magnetic switches that detects when the object gets close to it. For the grabber, we're thinking an ultrasound or similar for distance calculation, so it knows when it is close to the piece, when it descends to grab it. And then we would want to use some force sensitive resistor to know when it has grabbed the piece and it's actually around some chess piece. A servo motor for the actual grabber. And then if we wanted to do more sensors to make sure there's an actual piece between the grabbers, we're also thinking of doing an infrared LED on one finger, and then a sort of photo transistor on another one. So if this beam that's being produced is broken, then there is an actual piece between the grabber or the fingers. And that's the idea for our project.